was sitting down and I was watching a video and it made me think about like that one question, like, could money buy you happiness? And ever since I was a kid, I always told, like, my answer to that question was no. And people look at me crazy, like, oh, you don't know any better, you're just a child, you don't know any concept of money, yada yada yada, just basically invalidating my answer. Okay, but that never made me change my answer. And I feel like in today's age, the world we're living in right now, I'm starting to feel like people understand what I'm trying to say right now, that money does not buy happiness. I get it. Money is a tool and it can buy you things that will make you happy. But that was not the question. The question is, can money buy you happiness? No, it cannot. Happiness, fulfillment, inner joy, that can only be achieved of yourself, doing the inner work, shadow work, like going within. That's the true way to happiness. Like, true happiness to which you'll be happy no matter what your life looks like. As long as you have your head, as long as you have yourself, you have your own back, as long as you enjoy your own company and you trust and love yourself, no matter what life throws at you, you'll be okay. And oftentimes we'll see celebrities, and that whole conversation of celebrities right now, like, Babylon is falling, it's crumbling down. The stars that we used to look up to, nobody respects anymore because we see what they do behind closed doors. We see how disingenuous and how unethical and evil these people are. Not all of them, but majority, 99%. So we see that, and a lot of these celebrities have unalived themselves. So that's already evidence that money cannot buy you happiness. It can't. If you don't have anybody to enjoy it with, if you don't love who you see in the mirror, if you can't find inner fulfillment, there's nothing that money can do. I truly believe it can just amplify the problem or help you distract yourself from that problem. It's kind of like the same way I think of when people get plastic, surgery. Like, I'm not trying to judge the person. Anybody can do what they want with their body. It's to each their own, But I'm saying my opinion, you getting surgery to quote unquote fix the way you look, the way you look was never broken. You just had an insecurity, something you had to fix within, and in your head you think the quickest solution was to fix something outside of yourself, but the true wound was inside of yourself. It was within. So they would get the surgeries, they're still not satisfied. It makes you wonder, why aren't they satisfied? It's because that surgery was not the solution. The real solution is being satisfied with how you look in the inside, battling that insecurity. Like, when I was a kid, I used to hate my big forehead. Right? I would try to hide it. I would use headbands. If I was wearing something, I would cover it up. Now, bro, the only reason I cover it up is because it get cold. But yeah. And I basically wanted to bring that up because everyone has insecurities. That's what makes you a human being. It's just your choice if you want those insecurities to run you. If you want those insecurities to make you their bitch, basically. Like, that's just life. And that's why I believe money cannot buy you happiness, and it never can. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I truly feel like it's the answer to that is appearing right now, because money's just a tool. It's a piece of paper. It's a few digits on your bank account. Not saying that we don't need it, but not as much as we think we do. Yeah, to live in this matrix, you need that bread, but not for your soul. Your soul doesn't need it. When you ascend, when you go into the next lifetime, you can't bring your money. So if you constantly rely on something materialistic, something external, something outside of you to make you happy in the inside, it will never achieve that. Gotta find inner peace by doing the things you love. Shadow work, healing, being gentle with yourself, and being kind. So, whenever a person asks me, can money ever buy you happiness? The answer will and has always have been no. Thanks for having time with Tati.